Hi guys, we're here at the 2015 NAMM convention with Guthrie. It really is true, and it really is you. And we've been doing this a few times now, done a few TonePrint sessions, and we just made the Helix Phaser, and you kindly agreed to actually try to see if we can come up with some kind of decent sound that's hopefully usable.
Yeah.
So, any kind of, do you use phasers a lot? What do you typically?
Well, this is the interesting thing. I am kind of an imposter. I have owned a Phase 90 and a Phase 100.
Yeah.
I've owned a Moon phaser.
Yeah.
I've used those in the past,
yeah,
but never with any regularity. So I'm not an authority in the thorny field of phasing. So coming to a pedal like this, I don't really have that many preconceptions about what I want it to do. And I think what we've just done over the last 12 hours, we worked hard on these.
We worked really hard.
What I was interested in was just like how many noises can this thing make?
Yeah.
And then let's kind of separate them into two piles: the pile of shame and the pile of awesome.
Yeah.
And then
just have the pile of shame in there. Nothing but that.
Yeah. Stay tuned next week for the pile of shame. But no, I like the idea that in a TonePrint you can have more than one usable sound.
Yeah.
So I think if we had to summarise what we've just done, it's mostly kind of checking the extremities of where each knob can go, clockwise and anti-clockwise, and trying to sift out anything that might lead to a world of pain.
Yeah, we had a few moments there during the 12 hours of tweaking that. And one thing you told me is that you didn't like when it got too, I don't know, throbby, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, I think if the throbbing becomes overpowering, it can be a distraction.
Yeah, so we tried to back that out a bit.
I think we won.
Yeah, I do. So, what do you want to call the TonePrint?
I think it should be called Thing, because it is a thing.
It is a thing. It very much is.
Now maybe they'll believe the 12 hours thing. Back when the sun was still shining, we were full of great ideas. And now Thing is the best one we've got.
We ran out of inspiration. Yeah. So, can you play a few examples of how it sounds?
Yeah, I guess we should tell the good people about the positive feedback and negative feedback.
We most definitely should, because otherwise people will sit in the middle and go, it does nothing, because...
Yeah. Let's test that theory. This is feedback in the middle, sounding pretty much like this. That's not quite in the middle, is it? That actually sounded quite nice, phasey. So that's our kind of neutral feedback. And I found I couldn't really choose a favourite between the negative and the positive feedback because they both had distinctive charms. So now if we turn this anti-clockwise, it's negative, right? And that gives you the kind of hollow, phasey. It's going anti-clockwise now. A little bit underwater.
Yeah, gurgly kind of sound.
Yeah. And the positive one sounds a bit more solid to me, like it would sit in a mix maybe more comfortably.
Yeah.
So it maybe less attention seeking in a sense. Look, there's your positive feedback, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's sounding like. It's kind of more direct.
Yeah.
But there's still something cool about the scooped negative feedback, I think. And then what else do we do? Mix, that just adds more of everything. And if the TonePrint is any good, you should turn the mix up to revel in its awesomeness. So that's the mix all the way up.
And you actually, when we started doing the TonePrint, we backed the speed back quite a bit to kind of avoid that kind of modulation-y kind of thing. So this is actually where we started.
Yeah.
That 12 hours ago, or maybe 11 hours ago after a beer and...
So this is the sound of zero speed.
Yeah.
It's still kind of swirling, but it's too slow for the listener to interpret any of that pulsing as an attempt to be in time with the music.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing phasery things.
It is, and then cranked up, it's within reason, or maybe not.
Now look what we've done. the speed all the way up. Was that one of these, maybe?
Yeah.
So that's a kind of Leslie-ish.
Yeah.
Seems to work best with the negative feedback. If you try this at home and you're disappointed or dismayed or appalled, it's because you're using the positive feedback. And what else did we mess around with?
I think the last one is the death, and we just kept that within, you know, it can go from very subtle actually to from nothing, where it's just almost just like a fixed filter. Comparing it to off. And then
I think that's a valid sound, isn't
it?
It
is. It's actually quite cool.
Whereas...
Yeah. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of vocal, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's encouraging me to play long notes occasionally. That doesn't happen every day. So.
So that's the thing.
Yeah.
Now you met it.
Yeah. The thing has emerged from the darkness. Enjoy.
Enjoy.